So we're not at the time of the year when high school seniors and their parents are coming to the decision time. Where are we going to go to college? And one of the important parts of that decision is how are we going to pay? Now, many families don't necessarily realize that there is an easy way of making tuition payments when you're using a layered college funding strategy. And what's that all about? Well, let me take a second to explain. First, you want to determine what your annual net cost is going to be. What's the financing gap that you have? You take the final school or schools, if there's a couple in the race, and you determine the amount of total annual cost minus all of the financial aid that's been awarded, grants, scholarships, work study money, and there's your gap. That's what you're trying to pay. And then you turn to the various resources that exist. And they do include the continuation of looking for external scholarships. One should never stop hunting, whether they're available at graduation or they're going to be available right up until September, and even once you're in school. So you apply any scholarship money towards that gap. You then turn to family resources. Have you been saving? A 529, a savings account, some gifts from relatives, investment accounts. And that allows you to bring down the total cost based on those funds available. Now, one that's also very important that can be used to help bring down the cost of education is a 10-month institution payment plan. You go to orientation, the student accounts office will talk about it, and they'll say, take the total gap, divide it by 10. And your reaction is going to be, wow, I can't pay $2,000 a month or $1,000 a month through a payment plan. But you can use any disposable monthly income, any disposable monthly resources, and apply it towards a 10-month payment plan. The beauty of the plan is it's free of interest, and you only have to pay a small application fee. So now you've gone from a $20,000 gap using $10,000 in savings, maybe $200 in a monthly payment, down to the difference that you might need to borrow. And the borrowing programs exist. The very common one is the private education student loan program, where your son or daughter is going to be the primary borrower, and you as an adult are a cosigner. It's credit-based, just like any consumer loan. Payments can be made while the student's in school, and adult payment begins 6 months after they graduate. All of their loans will be put together into one account, and they pay that loan back over time. There's also a Federal Plus loan program. Although loan limits have been reduced to $20,000 per year per student, it's a good resource, especially if you've been struggling with your credit and you're looking to be the parent paying the loan. And those with equity, you can potentially use equity. Student employment is another resource. Students can get a job on campus, they can get a job in the neighborhood to help bring down the cost, or at least have some spending money while they are in school. They're working, they're getting paid, they have some additional skin in the game. So using a layered approach of multiple resources that you have available to you can help bring that balance down to zero.